everyone, good morning. How are you today? So I would like to introduce myself. My name is Dyah Ayu with study number K1324004. In this video, I will explain about quadratic equation and formula. Happy watching and learning! What is a quadratic equation? A quadratic equation is an equation whose variable has the highest power of 2. And the general form is a times x to the power of 2 plus b times x plus c equals 0. Well, the variable here is x, with the highest rank being 2 to the right of a, with a not equal to 0. Why a not equal to 0? Because if a equal to 0, then it becomes 0 times x to the power of 2, which is 0. And this generally becomes b times x plus c equals 0, which means it's no longer a quadratic equation. With a is the number in front of x to the power of 2, b is the number in front of x, and c is a number that has no variable. Next, we have some examples of quadratic equation. The first one is x to the power of 2 plus 4 times x minus 21 equals 0. Based on the general form of quadratic equation, let's find a, b, and c. A is 1, b is 4, and c is minus 21. The second example is 24 times y minus 8 times y to the power of 2 equals 0. Don't be fooled. A is the number in front of y to the power of 2. So, the a is minus 8, b is 24, and c is 0. And the last example on this slide is 2 times x to the power of 3 minus x to the power of 2 plus 5 times x minus 4 equals 0. Here we see that the highest power is 3. Whereas in a quadratic equation, the highest power required is 2. So, this is not an example of a quadratic equation. Next, we have a quadratic equation formula. So, what is the formula of a quadratic equation to find the solution? The roots or solution of a quadratic equation are the value of x that make the equation 0. There are 4 ways we can do it. The first is factoring or direct. The second one is ABC formula. Third, if c equals 0. And the fourth, if p equals 0. Next, the first quadratic equation formula is factoring or direct. With the general form is a times x to the power of 2 plus b times x plus c equals 0. And the form factor is a times x plus blah 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 in brackets times a times x plus blah 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 in brackets divided by a equals 0. With the note, blah 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 times blah 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 equal a times c, and blah 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 plus blah 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 equal p. Now, we have an example in this factoring, which is x to the power of 2 plus 3 times x minus 4 equals 0. First step, we have to find a, b, and c. So, the a is 1, b is 3, and the c is minus 4. So, we can find the number that belongs to the factor formula. That is blah 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 times blah 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 equals 1 times minus 4 equals minus 4. And blah 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 plus blah 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 equals 3. So, the number are 4 and minus 1. Now, we can substitute the numbers obtained into the form factor. So, the form factor of this quadratic equation is 1 times x plus 4 in brackets times 1 times x plus minus 1 in brackets divided by 1 equals 0. So, x plus 4 in brackets times x plus minus 1 in brackets equals 0. X plus 4 in brackets times x minus 1 in brackets equals 0. So, we can find 2x in this quadratic equation. The first one is x plus 4 equals 0. X is minus 4. And the second, x minus 1 equals 0. So, the x is 1. So, the roots are minus 4 and 1. Next, the second quadratic equation formula is ABC formula, with the general form is a times x to the power of 2 plus b times x plus c equals 0. And the ABC formula is x equals minus b plus minus root of b to the power of 2 minus 4 times a times c divided by 2 times a. Now, we have an example for this quadratic equation. Find the solution of x to the power of 2 plus 5 times x plus 1 equals 0. First step, we have to find the a, b, and c. So the a is 1, b is 5, and the c is 1. Now, we can substitute a, b, and c into the ABC formula. So, the ABC formula is x equals minus 5 plus minus root of 5 to the power of 2 minus 4 times 1 times 1 divided by 2 times 1. X equals minus 5 plus minus root of 25 minus 4 divided by 2. X is minus 5 plus minus root of 21 divided by 2. So, we can find 2x in this quadratic equation. The first is x equals minus 5 minus root of 21 divided by 2. And the second is x equals minus 5 plus root of 21 divided by 2. And we have another example using the previous problem. That is x to the power of 2 plus 3 times x minus 4 equals 0. As usual, we have to find a, b, and c for the first step. So, the a is 1, b is 3, and the c is minus 4. Now, we can substitute a, b, and c into the ABC formula. So, x equals minus 3 plus minus root of 3 to the power of 2 minus 4 times 1 times minus 4 divided by 2 times 1. So, x equals minus 3 plus minus root of 9 plus 16 divided by 2. X equals minus 3 plus minus root of 25 divided by 2. So, the x is minus 3 plus minus 5 divided by 2. So, we have 2x in this quadratic equation. The first is x equals minus 3 plus 5 divided by 2. So, the x is minus 4. And the second, x equals minus 3 minus 5 divided by 2. X equals 1. Now, I have a little information in the ABC formula. That is discriminant of quadratic equation. With a general form is a times x to the power of 2 plus b times x plus c equals 0. And the discriminant or t equals b to the power of 2 minus 4 times a times c. And the little information in the ABC formula is first, if the value of t more than 0, then the roots of the equation are 2 and have different value. The second, If the value of d equals 0, then the roots of the equation are 2 and have the same value. Thus, if the value of d less than 0, then the roots of the equation are imaginary numbers. Next, we have an example of discriminant of quadratic equation. The first example is x to the power of 2 plus 4 times x plus 4 equals 0. A is 1, B is 4, and C is 4. And the discriminant is t. D equals b to the power of 2 minus 4 times a times c. D equals 4 to the power of 2 minus 4 times 1 times 4. D equals 16 minus 16. D equals 0. So, in this quadratic equation has two roots and the same value. The second example is 2 times x to the power of 2 plus 7 times x plus 3 equals 0. A is 2, B is 7, C is 3. And the discriminant is t. T equals b to the power of 2 minus 4 times a times c. T equals 7 to the power of 2 minus 4 times 2 times 3. T equals 49 minus 24. T equals 25. So, t more than 0. So, in this quadratic equation has two roots and a different value. And the last example, we have x to the power of 2 plus x plus 1 equals 0. A is 1, B is 1, and C is 1. And the discriminant is t. T equals b to the power of 2 minus 4 times a times c. T equals 1 to the power of 2 minus 4 times 1 times 1. T equals 1 minus 4. So t equals minus 3 and t less than 0. So in this quadratic equation has the roots of the equation are imaginary numbers. By using this discriminant, we can estimate the result of a quadratic equation. The third method in the quadratic equation formula is if c equals 0. In this way, we will immediately practice it on an example problem. The example is 2 times x to the power of 2 plus 8 times x equals 0. The first step, we have to find a, b, and c. So, the a is 2, b is 8, and the c is 0. So, 2 times x to the power of 2 plus 8 times x equals 0. Then, we take 2x out of the quadratic equation and it becomes 2 times x plus 4 in brackets equals 0. We find there are 2x. The first x is 2 times x equals 0, x equals 0. And the second x is x plus 4 equals 0, and the x is minus 4. And the last method in the quadratic equation formula is if b equals 0. In this way, we will also practice it directly on an example problem. The example is x to the power of 2 minus 25 equals 0. Let's find a, b, and c. So, the a equals 1, b is 0, and the c is minus 25. X to the power of 2 minus 25 equals 0. Remember, a to the power of 2 minus b to the power of 2 is same as a plus b in brackets times a minus b in brackets. So, this quadratic equation becomes x to the power of 2 minus 5 to the power of 2 equals 0. X plus 5 in brackets times x minus 5 in brackets equals 0. So, we find 2x here. The first x is x plus 5 equals 0, x equals minus 5. and the second x is x minus 5 equals 0, x equals 5. Wow! Now we have a story problem on quadratic equation. Let's solve this problem. The area of a rectangular piece of land is 4,320 meters squared. The length of the land is 12 meters longer than its width. What is the length and width of this piece of land? Well, remember the area of the rectangle area equals length times width. Now the length is equal to 12 meters plus width. We have to find the length and width of the rectangle. So, length times width equals area. Length times width equals 4,320. We can substitute the known length 12 plus width in brackets times width equals 4,320. 12 width plus width squared equals 4,320. Now we get the quadratic equation here. Width squared plus 12 width minus 4,320 equals 0. Obtain the A equals 1, B is 12, and the C is minus 4,320. Next, then we use the factor or direct method, becoming width plus blah 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 in brackets times width plus blah 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 in brackets divided by 1 equals 0. Obtain 72 times minus 60 equals minus 4,320, and 72 plus minus 60 equals 12. So, width plus 72 times in brackets times width minus 60 in brackets equals 0. So we get two widths. The first one is width plus 72 equals 0. Width equals minus 72. And the second is width minus 60 equals 0. Width equals 60. For width, it cannot be minus. So we take the width with a value of 60. Now, it is known that width equals 60. Then the length is 12 plus width. So the length is 12 plus 60. Length equals 72. So it is known that the length is 72 meters and the width is 60 meters. Yeah, that's all from me. Please apologize if there are mistakes both in terms of material and speech. Hopefully you can understand this material. Thank you and see you later.